around five factors which are very important for going global. So any business constraints, they should have certain norms in going with the how to conduct the business, whether it's going to be manufacturing or service sectors. We know that there are various sectors operating in a particular country. Either they go with the full production, manufacture the products, go to the wholesalers, then go to the retailers, reach out to the customers, and based on the requirement of the customer, the product will be manufactured and delivered to the customer using some logistics. Second one is without products, any professional or any consultant can go as a service offer. Okay, they will be offering services to the customers based on the requirement of the customer. Whatever services are required, it will be offered. Say for example, there will be law consultants. They will be offering the legal aspects of business. The chartered accountants, they will go and offer services like auditing. They will give so many consultancy, how to prepare the audit reports, what are the reports that are to be given to the customers and also to the corporates and the company affairs. Okay. All these are being done here. So the same manner when operations are concerned, there are certain factors which will affect the global business conditions. So in today's world, the business is not concerned only with the domestic operations. They go global. So they must know what is the reality of global competition. What kind of a competition is really existing in the environment? What kind of a competition is offered by various countries? And when they want to enter into various different countries or different platforms, they should be able to understand who are the other competitors who are playing in the market who are going with the same kind of business. The first one is the changing nature of world business. So everyone is not going in the same manner. So there are certain options, there are certain technologies, how they are adopting it, how well they are going to perform the operations, how well they are going to deliver the operation, deliver the product to the customer. So each and every aspect is very unique, and each customer wants to have a competitive advantage over the other person. Okay, they should not be going what others are doing. They should have something plus points which will be attracting to the customers, and the cost also should not be on an increasing side. So how well the nature in the world business is keep on changing. That should be understood by every organization. Then we are competing not only with domestic companies, competition is with the international companies as well. Okay, so international companies may go with various strategies, various formulations, and various perspectives on the customers. So each one should be able to understand how the international companies are applying in the market. Then strategic alliances. Sometimes the companies, the domestic company will not be having that good strategies to be adopted. So what they can do is, instead of product sharing, they can also have an alliance with other foreign countries to know how well the strategies are being implemented by the international companies. So they will be sharing their strategies to the domestic companies. They will align it. So the foreign companies are not going to give an idea on manufacturing process or how they are going to produce or whatever. All the manufacturing capabilities are going to be only with the domestic companies. But the strategies, how you are going to plan the process, how well you are going to design a product, and how well it is going to be delivered with the customer, tap the market. All the strategies will be given by the foreign companies. So these will be taken by the domestic companies, adopted in the Indian atmosphere, Indian environment, and then they'll go with the strategic alliances and production sharing. So certain times, even along with the strategies, they can also go with the product sharing. How well the production is being done. For example, the German companies are having more technology advancements than Indian-based companies that can go and have an alliance with the German company, not only on sharing of the strategies, but also sharing with the production process what they are adopting. So the products, some parts will be manufactured in India, some will be manufactured in German, and finally it will go with the domestic company's brand name. Okay, that also is possible here. Next one is fluctuation of international financial conditions. Normally, the finance is a very important global part in it. So without finance, nothing can revolve. Okay, everything is revolving around finance. How well money is being generated, fund is being generated, how much of resources are available with the market, with the owners, with the public, and all that, and also knowing about the purchasing power of each customer. And based on that, the business can revolve. So the one reality is there will be some fluctuations in the financial condition in the global markets. So the companies also should be able to understand what kind of a change happens in the financial realm of various companies playing on an international platform. Second factor is the quality customer service and cost challenges. So normally, these two go, we're not able to match or balance between these two, quality and the cost. You want to improve the quality, certainly the cost is going to be on a higher side. So you can compare your computers, laptops. Apple is having high quality and the price is also on a higher side. So sometimes in the products, if you're going to give the product with high quality with a very high cost, certainly it will not be applicable or appreciated by the customers in general. So naturally, these two are to be balanced accordingly, the cost challenges and the quality. So the goal is adequate quality should be replaced with the objective of perfect product and service quality. Normally, basically the business components, what they feel is they should give the best quality, adequate quality is being given, but they're not having the cost challenges attached with it. So here, they should have a perfect product and service quality is very important. So instead of concentrating only on the production policies or the product quality, what services, after service is being given by the companies is one important role which will have a good quality customer service and also can satisfy the cost challenges involved. Third one is rapid expansion of advanced technology. So whatever technology is coming in the force, the companies are supposed to adopt to the new technology, whatever is coming. If suppose they are not going to use the modern technology and the equipment or the machine which the company is using is something obsolete, certainly they will not be able to produce whatever is required in the market. Demand and supply will not be matching. So even if there is a demand, the company will not be in a position to produce more number with the real quality and offer it to the customers. So they should adopt to the modern technology, whatever is available or whatever is adopted by the other competitors, and they should keep on going with that. And continued growth of the service sector. One more option is more than the manufacturing or the production side, the service sectors are equally growing. Okay, in statistics, we can find 45% of the government's revenue is coming from service sector. So more than your manufacturing sector, more than whatever products you're going to distribute to the customers, the services which are offering is going to fetch more revenue. Based on that, the taxation and tax policies on a high side. So that has to be continually monitored. Suppose the service sector is going on a higher side, whatever product the company is going to do, they should also equally give importance to what services they can offer to satisfy the customer. Customer will be very happy only if the services are being given to the customer, whatever problem comes with the product which is being generated. Scarcity of operational resources. We know that there are so many resources that are to be used here. Human resources is one important area. We should have the labor, we should have the supervisor, we should have certain technical persons working in the company, certain managers should be there to monitor what is happening in the company. So all these are requirements. We should know how much of money has to be pumped in for the regular operations, how much of money to be pumped in for a long-term investment in regard to asset creation, wealth creation. So segregating of monetary resources, how you are going to use the monetary resources for the regular operations, working capital as well as the long-term investment. So all of these resources are to be managed properly. But the plight is we don't have too much of resources available. We have scarcity of operational resources. Whatever is required is not really available. How well it is being used by the companies matters when you want to go in a global platform. The sixth one is social responsibility issues. So nowadays, whatever the companies are going to do, perform the operations, products or services, whatever they are going to do, socially how much they are concerned on the customer and how much they are also spending money on the social costs is one important aspect. That was CS activities and all that are being coming or adopted by the companies. So corporates, the company affairs, the public, the customers, the employees, and whoever is going to be the stakeholder of the company, they will be expecting some kind of a social cause or social awareness given by the corporate. So that is one important thing. And what are the social responsibility issues? One is customer attitude. So every company should be able to understand how the customer is going to behave towards a particular product. The attitude towards a product, the attitude towards the company, the attitude towards the brand that they have developed. So what is the real customer attitude that matters most? Second one is government regulations. When they are going to operate in a particular country, the companies are supposed to go according to whatever regulations or norms that the government is promulgated. So the norms should not be deviated or it should not be excelled. Okay. So everyone, whether it is going to be in India or Japan or Germany or Russia, whatever country they are going to operate, the company should follow the policy what the government is adopting. And then the self interest. So it has to go according to what kind of an interest can be developed for an individual customer. Sometimes you will not be knowing what real interest the customer has got. So you must produce or prepare yourself, give the product, render your services best possible way so that the customer will develop a self-interest in your product, in your company and in your branding and whatever work or whatever is being offered by the company. So the development of self-interest is one important factor which will go online with the social cause. There are certain important categories here. When you're going to go with the social cause, we should see how the social cause is going to affect your environment, your safety, your employee. So you're going to work, the company is not going to be on a forest or something. It has to be in a city. Okay. So in that case, what happens? The company has to see to all the pollution issues. It has to see that whatever they're doing and whatever residual is going to come, it should not go with the and affect the public or surrounding villages. Okay, whatever measures, there are safety measures to be taken must be adopted by the companies. Safety is very important. Then employee impact. How well the employee is going to promote your product, that matters. If employee is not satisfied or he is not happy, certainly he'll be working just for the sake of salary, but he will not be really happy in promoting your product. He will not be the person who is really encouraging others and encouraging other labor to work along with him. So he will keep on working for just for his salary. So these three are very important categories in which social cause can be implemented. Okay, so all these things, how it is going to be operational. Normally the company should go with the operating strategy. So there are different strategies. You have a business strategy, or top management will be having certain strategies, long range plans, mid level, they will have some strategies, lower level, they will have some strategies. So there will be operational strategies. So the corporate mission is a set of long range goals that should be unique to each organization, and some statement should be there about the kind of business. That is a normal vision of the company. So whatever they're going to do, they must be unique in nature. It should be something different from other companies, and they should have certain statements which will clearly state what kind of a business the organization is after. So by reading the vision or the mission statements of any corporates, anyone can understand what the company is really going to do and what is the goal and the vision of the company, what next the company really wants to do. And in that case, they should also go with a business strategy, which is a long range plan of an organization, provide a roadmap of how to achieve the corporate mission. So after knowing what is the vision of the companies, the company should start working or start implementing whatever is being related with the top management's vision statement. So they form a business strategy. What is the process in which the mission can be accomplished? If suppose your working style is something different from what the corporate mission is, you will not be able to achieve the company's vision statement. So everyone who is going to work in that company, they should cooperate, come together, they should understand what the vision statement is, and they should work according to what the top management vision is. Business plan. So it includes a plan for each functional area of the business, including production, operations, or marketing, or finance, or whatever. So we got several functional areas. So when you want to have a business strategy, which is going to tell or spell out the process in which a company is going to achieve the operations or the strategy that is being formulated by the top management, they must have a proper plan for each of the functional areas. So each functional area should have its own plan, but all these plans should be interrelated so that they can collectively contribute to the vision of the company. Okay, finance should not work on its own without discussing or without knowing what is the requirement of the purchase department. Purchase department cannot be working without knowing what is the sales department is doing, without knowing what the demand really is in the market. The purchase department cannot function alone. So each and every department has to work accordingly, coincide, cooperate, come together, and finally they must come out with a good plan to achieve the top management vision. So there will be some distinctive competencies or weaknesses that will represent great advantages or disadvantages in capturing the markets. So why the company is a failure? Sometimes the company becomes a failure. What happens? They really do not compare with the other companies and know what kind of an advantage or competitive advantage that this company is having with the other one, or if any disadvantage is there, really what is happening. Okay, that comparison has to be there to know exactly what kind of a benefit that the company is going to have in terms of whatever strategies they are following. For example, in our own institutions, for education institutions, we are running Karne Institute. So Karne should also compare with all VIT and all that, how they started, and finally they should come out what is the competitive advantage and the other one is possessing. What are the things that they are offering, what we are lacking, or any positives are there, what kind of a positives we are having and all that. So if we are not going to compare and have a clear idea what our competitors are doing and what kind of an advantage that we are having or any disadvantage that we are possessing, we will not be going the right path. Even though we are working towards a corporate goal or even regarding the common vision, we will not be in a position to achieve all this. Then the operating strategy is being framed. That is nothing but a long range plan for the production of a company. That is when you go to production or produce or manufacture a particular product, what kind of a process is involved in producing the product. So it has to go with stepwise. So it should not be obsolete. That is, should not work without having a proper plan. So strategy should be there on the operational efficacy, and the operational plan should be there based on stepwise process. So that will give a roadmap for what the production or operational function must do to fulfill all the business strategies that are being formulated by the top and the middle management. So to achieve all the mission, there should be a business strategy. To go according to the business strategy, the company should have business plan for every functional areas, and to perform all this, there should be a clear operational strategies which will spell out what kind of a production can be taken up, what kind of a manufacturing process, what kind of a service process that has to be adopted by the companies to fulfill whatever strategies are formed by the management engine.